Good morning, Gaudi, and welcome to today's English lesson. It's Wednesday, the 24th of February. Now, the learning we're doing in this lesson is, can I learn the beginning of the story map and use dialogue? Now, you will need your listening ears. Well, they are not your ears. Your listening ears, your magnet eyes, a pencil and a piece of paper. Now, in today's talk writing lesson, we're going to learn the beginning of the story map and we're going to look at dialogue, which is the speech when characters are talking. This is our story map for Katie and the Sunflowers. It's a 5-part story and you can see that it's boxed up into 5 paragraphs. So you've got the beginning here, then you've got the second part, you've got the build up, you've got the resolution, and then you've got the end at the end, which is your 5-part story. This is the part that we are going to learn. This is the first part. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and get myself organised. Right, here we go. So we've got Katie and the Sunflower story map here. So there's our title, Katie and the Sunflowers, and we're going to look at the beginning part of the story. Now, these actions you can make up yourself, but some of the ones I'm going to use, we've got grandma, because it's 2 thumbs, grandma, and we're going to plant the seeds when it started to rain. So our first sentence is grandma, let's try again. Grandma was helping Katie plant the seeds in the garden when it started to rain. Let's try that one again. Grandma was helping Katie plant the seeds in the garden when it started to rain. Do you want to have a go? Right, here we go. Well done, and don't forget your, right, we don't say it, but we do the action. Right, so the next part is, the rain will make everything go. So it's from this plant pot here, the rain will make everything grow, said Grandma excitedly. So here we go. The rain will make everything grow, said Grandma excitedly. Let's try that one again. The rain will make everything grow, said Grandma excitedly. Your turn. Let's go. Excitedly, or you could have delightedly. Right, and then there's, so that was Grandma. This is Katie. Now she's asking, what shall we do now? There we go. So Katie's, what shall we do now? Said Katie. Your turn. Brilliant. Grandma, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. Let's try that one. Grandma, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. You could make up one for art gallery. Should we try that one again? Grandma try again. Grandma, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. Your turn. Suggested they go to an art gallery. Gaudi, don't worry if you don't get it the first time. We'll practice again in tomorrow's lesson as well. We'll go through it one more time, starting from the beginning. Grandma was helping Katie plant seeds in the garden when it started to rain. The rain will make everything grow, said Grandma delightedly. What shall we do now? Said Katie. Grandma, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. Or you could have a picture frame. Let's try it with a picture frame art gallery. Here we go. Grandma, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. Now remember, Gaudi, I know this is the first time we've done it, but don't worry if you forget the first time, we'll practice again tomorrow. Right, the next part we're going to look at is dialogue. Dialogue is when characters are speaking. So, for example, here we've got Grandma and we've got Katie, and this speech bubble is pointing to Grandma. What do you think Grandma might be saying? She could say, let's plant some seeds. What else was in the story? She could say, let's go to the art gallery. Or she could say, I love art. Right, so what do you think Grandma might be saying? Let's go with, I know, shall we plant some seeds? So capital letter, shall we, we plant some seeds? There we go. And what do we need on the end? Full stop. There we go. It's a bit tricky writing with this pen on the board. Shall we plant some seeds? Grandma saying, shall we plant some seeds? She could be asking a question. Let's put a question mark. She's asking. There we go. Shall we plant some seeds? And that's all you need in the speech bubble, because that's what Grandma is saying. Right, here we've got Katie, and she's with Zazu, and Zazu's pulling the sunflowers. What do you think Katie might be saying? Turn to your teddy. Do you remember? All the sunflowers fell out, and she needs to get them back in the photo frame. How about she could say, let go, Zazu. Let's put that one in. Let go. Let go, Zazu, capital letter for Zazu, because that's his name. Let go, Zazu. And she's shouting, so we need an exclamation mark. There we go. Let go, Zazu. Katie's saying. Last one, here we go. What do you think Katie might be saying here? So you've got Katie, and she's holding a sunflower. And look, all the sunflowers have toppled over. What do you think you might say? Do you think she's saying, I'm hungry and I need some lunch? No, I don't think so. Do you think she's talking to her grandma? No, she's by herself. So what could be her? What do you think Katie could be saying here? Turn to your teddy, and you can pause the video here too. Right, she could be saying, oh no, the flowers have fallen. Let's try that one. Oh no. Oh no, comma, the sunflowers, let's write in. Oh no, the sunflowers. Do you think she expected that to happen? I don't think she did. Oh no, the sunflowers have fallen. Oops, have fallen. There we go. And she's quite shocked. So she's saying, oh no, the sunflowers have fallen. And we're going to give her an exclamation mark too. You don't always need one. You don't always need a question mark or an exclamation mark. Sometimes it might just be a sentence. So in this one, she's a bit panicked. Do you remember? She's a bit panicked. She's a bit terrified, thinking, the sunflowers have fallen. So we say, oh no, the sunflowers have fallen. Right, now it's your turn. Challenge 1. You've got 2 pictures of Katie. What is Katie saying in the first one? Do you think it's, oh no, the flowers? Do you think she's saying, can you help me? Or is she saying, stop, Zazu? So I've been a little bit sneaky today. I've given you 2 pictures and you've got to choose one out of the 3. What would you write in number 1? And what would you write in number 2? You can copy this copy the one that you choose against the right number. Challenge 2. What is Katie saying here? Again, you've got Katie and Zazu with the sunflowers. And remember, you can choose your own ideas. I know I did this one earlier, but no magpieing today. And Jin, you've got one of the dancing girls with Katie, and all the fruit is falling out of the frame. And challenge 3, you've got 4 more from Katie and the sunflowers. What do you think she might be saying? It doesn't have to be the story. What Katie says doesn't have to be from the story Katie and the sunflowers. You can make it up, but it's got to be sensible. So like we said earlier, when she's looking at the Van Gogh sunflowers, she's not going to be talking about being hungry, and she's not going to be saying, Grandma, look at this, because Grandma's not there. So think carefully what Katie might be saying in each one. And remember, don't forget to upload a tapestry, and I'll see you tomorrow.